Welcome back to the channel. It's Mazer. Today's a double upload because I really wanted to do the second video, and the visual for this video is going to be a police car because I know there's going to be some people on my buns going wee woo about my take, and this take is such a crazy take because I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today's video is about the top. I mean, I really do mean top. By top, I mean I thought I was going to make a top 5 or top 10, but then I really had to realize that I don't know off the top of my head how many button inputs are. But the point is, we're talking about the top motion inputs in fighting games. We're talking about just fighting games and only fighting games here, because when you talk about car games or any other games, it kind of changes what's happening, because fighting games is like the most... It's like a game where you really need to be able to do things instantly the moment you want to press those buttons. So let's get into this video right now. We're going to go ahead and start off at the very bottom of the list. Guilty Gear Strive. I literally thought of this video because I thought of Guilty Gear Strive. Why the hell? HL Hockey Sticks, for those who care. Why is there such thing as a half circle? That would require... Oh, by the way, it's not even just a half circle. For Ultimate and Guilty Gear Strive, you do a half circle, then press towards the opponent, and it's like heavy slash or slash. That's your B or your circle for people who are not losers. What the heck is going on with that? That's stupid. Guys, in most fighting games, you'll have to do a quarter circle back forward, sure. But the half circle is just like an extra piece of where you could mess up. And I've seen this happen live. I know the people who can do their ultimates consistently. They all have one thing in common. They play the game consistently. And it's like, eventually you'll learn the skill, obviously. But at the same time, why would you do that? Like, I feel like there isn't enough. Because I've played fighting games before. There really isn't a lack of buttons. For the average controller, there is enough buttons for there to be there could be a dedicated ultimate button. Most fighting games, let me not say most, good fighting games can have a designated ultimate button. But I understand the need to make it like a skill thing. Like, you have to be skilled to use your ultimate. But you don't have to do a half circle. Just make it like quarter circle plus 2 buttons. You know what game does that? JoJo's. JoJo's is a good fighting game. Some people don't like it. I just recently heard someone who didn't like it. But still, like, why would you do that? And we're getting off, not even off topic. It's just like that important that I talk about how bad the half circle input is. Like, eventually I'll get it, but it shouldn't exist anyways. That's like way too much going on. At that point, just make the ultimate pressing all of the D-pad buttons. Or make the ultimate pressing 3 D-pad buttons at once. Like, make something stupid like that. Because there is no way feasibly that you could do that mid-fight. I've literally watched it happen. I know how to do the ultimate. I know how to do it. But I can't consistently do that mid-fight. My ultimate, for it to get the actual special animation that Ino plays when she fights, because I use Ino, by the way, in case you guys didn't watch my previous video where I literally talked about how I use Ino all the time. She literally has a special animation that plays if she uses her ultimate right in your face. The only issue is, in order for me to do that, I would have to be in your face, most likely already attacked you for the ultimate to then land afterwards. But because the ultimate is so inconsistent, because I have to do the circle, then forward, then press that B button, or really for me it'd be the circle, it just makes it so much garbage and it's so inconsistent. I am fighting someone else. I'm not fighting someone. I was watching someone play today, but she was playing on Switch, so like, you know, it's already hell. Or it's your pocket space for people who care. Anyways, Nintendo Switch plus half circle inputs. Gang, you can't play the game. I literally watched her spam the button to do the ultimate, and it never happened. Do you know why? Because not only does the game not understand that half circle inputs is such a lame thing to do, but also the Switch is just bad. Let me not go on a tangent. Switch is bad. We know this already. Keep up. Anyways, that's the first input. I had to spend 4 minutes on that because it's that serious. The other inputs, let's go ahead and get this out the way. S tier, quarter circle is S tier. That is the most satisfying thing to do. Quarter circle forward is S tier. I should make that very clear. Quarter circle is S tier, no matter what. Because no matter what move, it doesn't matter because the motion itself is satisfying. You just do quarter circle towards the opponent. I say quarter circle forward. By forward, I mean towards the opponent. Like, towards the opponent, that is usually satisfying. Because, like, you're going towards the opponent, and if you're a rushdown character, the move might literally be making you go forward. It just feels good that, like, what you're doing is directly being shown on the screen. It's like the most rewarding thing I think possible. It really is. And then let's go ahead and just say that a quarter circle back or away from the opponent has the potential to be S tier, or I should do, let me not do the S and whatever. Let's just say it's at the top echelon. That's like it really is like number 2. It's only number 2 because sometimes that quarter circle back has nothing to do with like your position. Because quarter circle back could just be like another move. It's not always as clear as the quarter circle forward. Like quarter circle forward, that's usually like, I don't say usually. Actually, yeah, I'll say usually. That's usually the move that's going to make you go towards the opponent and do some damage. The quarter circle back, it's not going to make you go towards the opponent all the time. Like, I think for it's also a forward attack. It just takes a backwards motion. And it's like, it just makes you feel like that button's only there because they ran out of places to put skills. Which, it's just not as satisfying. And this is going to be a hot topic, I think. A hot button issue. The Z inputs. The Z inputs, that is going from towards the opponent, down, then towards the opponent. We're talking about this one. There's also the Z input where it's like away from the opponent, down, away from the opponent. But we're gonna put them together because they're actually in the same booth. When you get that move down, when you learn that ebb and that flow, it feels like lightning. The Z, because here's the thing, Z has always been like an attractive letter, and it's always fun to draw. And it's the same thing with the D-pad. It just feels good to do. And I really, honestly, I might be biased here because I play games and I play them a lot. Z input, it's like that to me is what a skill check really means. Like, honestly, if I could make fighting games, I would make the ultimate a Z input just because the Z input, it's not hard, but if you don't play fighting games, you have to get used to it. And I feel like it's just fast enough because it's like the same thing as the quarter circle input. Although, I mean, for the half circle, you get to do 3 inputs plus an additional 4th for some games. But I'm pretty sure in most games, there's also just like a half circle and then press a button. That's a skill. But it doesn't even matter because the Z input, it just feels better and you have to do less movement overall. Like it's just less thumb movement when you're using like a Z input, and it feels natural. You can spam that. You can use that consistently. That's what you really need out of a motion input. You need consistency, and that's what the Z offers. Z is truly. I'm doing like the kissing motion. Well, I did the noise too there. Like it's just like that. That's where you want to be in life. Like if you had to be a controller, you would pray that the person who playing games on you would be someone who uses the Z input because it's just the best. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think there are more buttons to do. I'm trying to think of something stupid. Well, let's see how it gets out of the way. I don't know if any games that you do this anymore, but like having all the inputs, wrap it up. That's the same thing as really anything, but it's fine. But like, I feel like if you have to do that, it better be worth it. I don't see that in the fighting game. I'm just saying it because it might be there. I'm really trying to think if there's any more else. I think that's really it. Quarter circle, half circle, and the Z inputs. Oh, wait, no. How can I be so foolish? There is the L input. There is an input in Guilty Gear in particular. You have to go towards the opponent. Then you have to go down. Then you have to go diagonal. Diagonal on D-pad means you have to press both the towards the opponent and the down button at the same time. And that's a separate input from pressing them independently. And that makes like if you try to contextualize it, assuming you're playing on the left side of the screen, it's literally like, it's like a weird L. It's like, that's the thing. You can't contextualize it. It's just a weird move. And also, it's so stupid. I think the whole point of the D-pad is to kind of get you an easy way of doing joystick motions anyways. Because the joystick by itself is hard to use. You use the D-pad because it's easier to use like buttons than a joystick. But that type of move right there, that makes you want to get a joystick again. Like, I've actually considered getting the joystick back. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I first played fighting games, my instinct was always telling me I should probably use the joystick because it makes more sense. Like, the motion inputs they're telling me, it makes more sense if I use the D-pad. I mean, not the D-pad, but the joystick. But then I learned to play the games, and I'm like, no, it's like the same motion, but it feels more comfortable. And it's also a little bit more, well, it's not scientific, but more anatomical, I guess, if that makes sense. But that move right there, that towards the opponent down diagonal is straight up garbage. Straight up garbage. This is going to be a long video. No, it's not. I think that's the end of the video. I'm trying to think of any more motion inputs. And we're not going to get into anything else like the buttons, because that could be a whole separate video. And who knows, if I want to waste your time, I could tell you about that too. But just to end off the video on a nice, sweet note, quarter circles, S tier. S tier. We're doing the S. We're doing the letters, I guess. Quarter circle forward, S tier. Quarter circle backwards, as in away from the opponent, A tier. Diagonal Z input, S tier. And then the half circles, F tier. The bottom of the list, garbage can. If you had a lower thing, I guess Z. Z would be where you'd put it. But not Z as in above S. Z as in actually letter 26 of the alphabet, all the way down there. Garbage. That's the end of the video, guys. That's all the inputs. Oh, I forgot the L input. The L input is like right beside. Actually, no. The L input is not as bad as half circle. It's like imagine you're doing Z, X, Y, Z, right? So I guess that would be Y. Yeah. We'll put the L at Y. I just realized you guys probably can't even understand what I'm saying. If you don't play fighting games, you won't even understand it. And I probably haven't been explaining it well anyways. This might have been a waste of, 12 minutes? I'm still up playing. What am I talking about?